right, my name's Ben Rasmussen. I'm 24 years old.
So my name is Doug Rasmussen. I turned 53 in January.
Yeah, so the significance of this race, besides it just being my first marathon, is it would be really special to run a marathon with my dad. I've always looked up to him, and I always thought it was cool when we were growing up to see him run half marathons and marathons. I remember we went down to Moab one time when he ran the half, and we watched him cross the finish line, which was really cool. And especially now, I mean, his health is great, obviously, besides the cancer diagnosis, but his day-to-day health is really good, and we just don't know how much longer that's going to last, and so it's really cool to have this opportunity while he's doing really well to have this special race with him where we can train, we can bond over that, and then actually getting to go down to St. George and run together will be a really special experience.
A year ago, I was diagnosed with an aggressive and advanced form of prostate cancer that spread and metastasized into my bones, which means that it's treatable but not curable, so it's terminal. And my body has responded really well to the treatment so far, but I don't know, nor does anyone know, only God knows how long that will last and how long my health will be good. Right now I feel as good as I've ever felt, and I feel very blessed and feel very grateful for that. But I'm really looking forward to training and running this marathon in the fall, because I don't know how many more opportunities I'll have to do this. When I go run during the weekdays, I usually get up between 5:30 and 6 o'clock in the morning. Get up, I brush my teeth. The first thing I do is I take my medication for my cancer, because I have to take the medication on an empty stomach. And so I'll drink that with a full glass of water, brush my teeth, put in my contacts, and then I usually get a good stretch in. Stretch my thighs, stretch my calves, and then I'll stretch my arms a little bit and try to crank out 25 push-ups. That kind of gets my heart rate going a little bit, kind of wakes me up. And then I'll head out the front door here, out of my house in Salem, and run up towards the mountains, east towards the mountains. And it's usually before the sun comes up. So I can, a lot of times, see the light of the sun behind those mountains as I'm running. And then I run towards the mountains. I take a left up a hill, and that hill is about a mile long, 1,000 feet ascent, which has been a really good training portion of my run. And the nice thing about it is I get up on top, and you can really see the whole Utah Valley from here to almost to the point of the mountain. So the marathon is St. George Marathon, and it's one of the most well-known marathons in the country. There's just an energy there when you're on the bus or with the people or at the starting line, where everyone, you kind of feel like, has their own reason, their own purpose for being there. And some of it may just be purely, you know, just, hey, this is just a hobby, and other people, maybe like me, kind of consider it a very special time for them, or whatever, for whatever reason. But there's kind of a commonality among everyone that's there, where we kind of all feel like, hey, we all kind of feel the same thing. We're feeling the same energy, and there's kind of a connection between people, and they're strangers. And then there's, you know, a lot of the volunteers are there, and they have a good time supporting and getting into the event. And there's not only a great energy among the people of the race and the other participants, but just the community. And that's one thing I'm really looking forward to going to St. George is that city really comes alive, because you can just feel the energy of the participants that are getting ready to run that race.
It's race day.
What time is it?
It's 3:50 a.m. in the morning in St. George, Utah. We're gonna get on a bus that leaves at 4:15 to drive us out 26.2 miles to the middle of nowhere, stand by a fire for 2 hours, and then run 26 miles back. I don't know, it's kind of early for me to say stuff. I'm just nervous about getting out of Dodge and getting over to the buses. So trying to think of stuff to say is a little tough right now. Like, anything meaningful? There he is.
Look who decided to join us for the marathon.
That's what we're here for.
Without mom and dad, he would have missed his first marathon. Guess some things never change.
I'm surprised I was able to
How are you feeling, Bench?
frazzled. I just woke up, but good.
2:32:45. Our reigning male course record is held by Aaron Fletcher. In 2017, he ran a 2:14:44. So we'll see what happens to those records today. See if any of them can fall.
That's Henry.
So much pain.
Your legs or your back?
Oh, my legs
Your legs are dead?
hurt so bad. I ran the first 15 really well, and then I started cramping
Oh, shoot.
at 15-ish. I fought through until about 17, and then from 17 on, it's just been a walk, run until I start cramping, walk, run. And then the last mile I really pushed because I was close-ish to being under 4. I ran the first half really fast. I was on track for 3.5 hours. And then I started cramping and I was like, well, good thing I gave myself a huge cushion. And then on mile 26, I was like, I have passed the threshold of gonna make it at this pace, but maybe I can push. And so I was trying to cook on my last 1.2 miles, and the last stretch of the finish line, both my calves and both my quads were just clenched up.
You didn't fall over.
I know. So,
You did amazing.
That's
thanks.
awesome.
You're amazing.
Woo!
So you needed
So
to
I finished-
hydrate a little bit more yesterday?
I tried, but yeah, I finished in 4:03,
Sweet.
so I'm happy with that. For sure.
Finishing up the count. Kubis from Las Vegas. Brent Strauss is from Provo. Oliver from Napleton. Rebecca Homer comes to us from Springville. And Nathan Garlick is from Springville. Monica Holder from Saratoga Springs.
It's the lies that keep them smiling. I feel them slowly dying, like the world has just decided to stop its spinning.
That sense of euphoria is something that I'll never forget, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity that I had to spend that time with my family in that moment and be able to share that with them.
There's a new sun rising, no use crying. Old lies just be over.
It was hard. It was hard. I got to about mile 18 and I felt okay, but then I started to kind of get dizzy, like around mile 21. So I walked to get my heart rate down. I wasn't hot or anything, I was just super fatigued. And then I walked for about a mile, that's why I'm so late. And then I got to about mile 23 and I'm just like, okay, I gotta finish this thing off strong, so. How did you do?
4:04.
Oh, nice. Oh, you did?
So I was on track for about 3.5 hours.
No use crying, hope lies just beyond the horizon. Round and round and round and round again. Just know when you've had enough, when you don't know what to do.
So I guess for me, this race was more than a marathon. It's not just about the finish line, and it's not just about the time you finish, but it's about the joy of training and running the race. And so since running the marathon, I've thought about that a lot, about instead of just trying to finish my homework or clock in and clock out of my job, whatever it is, I've tried to enjoy it more. And thinking about my dad and how his life has changed since being diagnosed with cancer, it's been a good reminder to me that we don't actually know when that finish line of our marathon is. So we should enjoy the race for as long as we get to run it, instead of just trying to get to the finish line.
Keep you down. Don't let them keep you down.
I like to learn and read books and learn new things because it feeds my mind. I like to eat good food and be healthy and fill my body with nutrition because it feeds my body. And I have my devotional practices and I pray and I go to church because it feeds my spirit. And I love to run because it feeds all three. That's what the race means to me.
Dedicate this race to Jeff.
And we're speaking about the marathon, right?
Yes.